When you look at the remarkable 35-year coaching career of Duane Vandenbusche, it's the stuff from which movies are made. Vandenbusche was a history professor at Western State College when he took over a struggling cross-country and track and field program. In a rather short period of time, he built the two programs into Division II powerhouses. The list of accomplishments is startling, starting with 12 national championship journeys between his men's and women's teams. 10 of those crowns came in the NCAA National Championships, and 2 were earned when Western State was a part of the NAIA. He coached a remarkable 51 individual national champions in both sports and finished his career with an astounding 300 All-Americans. For his efforts, Vandenbusche was rewarded by his coaching peers, garnering Division II Coach of the Year honors 7 times. Duane Vandenbusche of Western State from the class of 2009.
Ladies and gentlemen, the longtime head coach from Western State University, please welcome Duane Vandenbusche. The Hall of Fame presentation to Duane Vandenbusche is being made by Jennifer Michael, the head cross-country coach at Western State College.
I'd like to thank the selection committee for being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I'm greatly honored, and I thank the committee for the selection. Most of all, I'd like to thank my family, my mother and father and 5 sisters, as well as all of the people of a small Belgian farming community in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, where I grew up. I was the first in my community to go to college, and it wouldn't have been very successful if I hadn't had the help and support of all the people from St. Nicholas. I came from one of the most beautiful and special areas in the world, the Upper Peninsula, to an even more special place, the Gunnison country of Colorado. My teaching and coaching career at Western State College in the Rocky Mountains, it's a land of perpetual sunshine, very high elevation, 8,000 to 14,000 feet, as one of the great outdoor areas in the nation. It is a land where ranching and mining dominate and where the work ethic is sacred. I'd like to pay tribute to all of the great Mountaineers of Western State College that I've had the honor to coach for 37 years. In particular, there are 4 that stand out. The 2 greatest captains I have ever had were Jolynn Hutchinson for the women and Kelly Christensen for the men. They led their team to national championships that we wouldn't have won without their great leadership. I also want to mention the 2 greatest runners that I've ever had. Elva Dreyer, a woman, 2-time United States Olympian, and Michael Aish, New Zealand, 2-time Olympian from that country. I'd also like to pay special tribute to a great runner who ran for me when I first began coaching. Frank Menson went on to coach at Lake County in Leadville, Colorado, 10,208 feet in elevation, the highest town in the nation. Frank won 15 state championships for the boys and girls and was voted as one of the top 25 high school coaches in the nation. I learned a lot from one of the greatest distance coaches I've ever met, and I'm very much appreciative that he's here tonight. Throughout the years, Western State College cross country and track and field have had some rules that we live by. Number 1, the most important thing is to be a good person, a good student, and a good athlete, in that order. Number 2, we followed Willa Cather's great saying, "The end is nothing, the journey is all." Number 3, we never allowed BMWs. No bitching, moaning, or whining. no excuses ever. Be responsible for your own actions. And number 4, we believed, as a lot of other great coaches in the NCAA believe, that the failure to prepare is preparing to fail. And finally, we followed the golden rule of Maurice the Rocket Richard, the great Canadian hockey player, Montreal Canadiens. When asked what he wanted on his gravestone for people to see after he had passed on, he simply said, "Remember and write that some days were good days and some days were bad days, but there was never any day that I didn't try my best." Congratulations to the Bowerman selectees. Congratulations to the other Hall of Fame honorees, and thank you all very much.